Okay, welcome everybody to Incantations by Karen. I'm going to attempt to do a talking tutorial, even though I hate the sound of my voice on recordings. Whatever, let's just do this. Okay, so we're going to make this really simple pair of earrings. And as you can see, these are the earrings over here. Okay, take a nice look at those. We've got hematite, jade, turquoise, amazonite, rainbow, moonstone, all kinds of good stuff. And these are really quick and easy. So if you want to start making jewelry, this would be a good place to start. You don't need that many tools, and you could probably improvise on what type of tools. Okay, so what we're doing today is we are going to use 20 gauge copper, raw copper, okay, which is, it's rather inexpensive, and if you're new, it's the best thing to work with. So what I'm going to do is burn holes, I'm sorry, not holes, balls at the end of these. This is 3 inches of round, raw, genuine copper wire, and I'm going to take some soldering pliers, and we're going to use the torch to burn these little balls at the ends so that they hold the beads on. Okay, so 3 inches approximately. You're going to end up, taking some of that off so you can even out the earring. So I'm going to light the torch. Ooh, look, fire, fire. Okay, so got the torch lit. Now we're going to take, oh, cripes. Sorry about that, I'm all thumbs today. Okay, so light up the torch, and we're going to get right into where the hottest part is, and it's going to happen fast, so watch. And there it goes. Oops, it went out. Let's light it again, because I'm an idiot. All right, now we're going to ball up this side here, same thing, and there it goes. Okay, so what we're left with here is a little charred piece of copper. Now normally you would put that in a pickling solution to take that off, or use a flux. In such case, I'm not going to do so because it's just a small job, and you can use very fine sandpaper, which I like this padded kind, and you ideally want to wait for this to cool, but since I am an idiot, I'm going to go ahead and do it while it's hot, because that's just how I roll. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that char off of there so that we have a nice smooth piece to work with, and straighten it out with our nylon pliers, or jaw pliers. And I highly recommend buying good tools. But if you're just starting out and you don't know if you want to do it, you can get like a whole set of basic tools on Amazon for like 10 or 15 bucks. It's like relatively nothing. Okay, so I'm going to get just a little bit of it off here, and like I said, we're going to use your nylon jaw straightening pliers. These come in really handy. I use them all the time for straightening wire. You can also straighten wire with a cloth. Just putting a cloth in your hand and just pulling it through until it's straight. When you do this also work hardens the wire, and by that I mean it makes it hard so that it will keep its place and its shape for the duration of the lifetime of the piece. I don't like to make crappy workmanship. I'm going to teach you the right way, right away, so that you don't get stuck on any bad habits and do things that require you to unlearn and relearn something else. And if you're an addict, you know what I mean. It's very hard to unlearn a bad habit and relearn it the right way. Okay, so now we're left with this piece right here, the 2 little balls on the end. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? All right, so we're going to take our flush cutters. That just means that they cut straight, no angles, no nothing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and approximately cut that in the middle. It doesn't matter because we're going to trim it up. Cut it. Now we've got 2 ends. See? 2 ends. All right, very simple, like I said. So we're going to take one of these beads. I happen to be using 2 speckled jasper, and we're going to go ahead and slide that on the end. And the ball that we just made is going to stop it. Okay, so that's your little stopper. Okay, do you see that? All right, now we're going to take our needle nose pliers. I highly recommend these Xeron pliers. They're more expensive, but they're excellent pliers. Really nice needle nose. I broke something on them, so I'm going to use this pair. Okay, and you're going to grab at the very end, closest to the bead, and you're going to go straight up 90 degrees. Straight up. Now, your wire should still be relatively soft and pliable, because also when you fire it, it makes copper and other metals soft. So it's going to look like this. Okay, very easy, very easy. Okay, now next we're going to grab it right here where it meets the bead and the wire. Okay, because we're going to go back, straight back again. One fluid motion. Boom. That's it. Okay, now what we have, oops, is a nice formation for the earring. Well, ideally, if I didn't bend it. Okay, so what you have here is now the earring. That's pretty much it. Okay, we've got the earring, so that's secure on here. See that? That's not gonna go anywhere. So, we'll go to the next one. It's really that simple, guys. And just so we can go over it again, we take our little wire here, put the speckled jasper bead on the end so that the little stopper, our little ball that we just made with fire, and again, we grasp the wire and make sure that it's flush to this bead here so there isn't any space. We don't want the bead to be moving around, be all wonky. All right, so you're going to go up 90 degrees. Boom. Oh, shit. I just broke the bead, didn't I? And I swore. Nobody heard that. All right, so we're going to take one more speckled jasper bead, and we're not going to do something stupid. We put that back on there and pretend that never happened. Okay. Because I'm perfect, right? All right. Okay. Okay, so what we have, again, it's going to look just like this. All right. These earrings are great sellers. They're easy and quick to make because your time is money, you know, and it's very hard in the beginning to learn how to know what your worth is for your pieces and to really give yourself, you know, this isn't a crafts thing. This is art. This is, you know, what I've studied to become. Okay, so here we go. We've got the full earring completed, at least this part. Now, with that being said, we want to make sure that the wires are really straight. So again, you want to take your nylon Xeron pliers and just straighten them a little bit. Make sure that they're nice and straight. Like I said, you can also use a cloth. You don't have to have these pliers, but I would recommend them if you want to continue, as they are very convenient. I like them better than straightening with a cloth. Okay, so put these together and let's see. We want to be approximately about here. So it has room to go through your ear and the backing can go on and there won't be extra room or not enough room. So we're going to go ahead and grasp it here and cut. And they're going to fly all over your house and you're going to have to vacuum every day like me. So here we go. We've got the completed earring. Okay, totally done. But now we're going to do the finishing touches. So I have something that's called, actually what I'd like to do is work hard on these a little bit more so these stay hard. So what I'm going to do is just put them over the side of my bench block, take my hammer, my chasing hammer, and just kind of twist this as I hammer. Okay, and once you guys are going to have that nice, see how nice that is and sturdy? That ain't going nowhere. All right, so when you push it in your ear, it's not flopping and flipping all over the place. Nobody's buying stuff that falls apart. Okay, at least I wouldn't. All right, but remember, you're buying artist work. Okay, you're not buying some assembly line piece of crap from China. Okay, this is people's blood and sweat and tears. Okay, so we've got, and it looks like it's like angled a little bit, but you'll see how it goes in the ear. It actually sits perfectly. Okay, I have another tool that is called a Burr smoother, okay? And there is a manual one like this, which I used to use, which is just fine. It's got this little cup at the end that you put the wire in, and it's like sandpaper on the inside. It smooths it. I happen to like this bad boy because I like power tools, all right? All right, so we take the earring here. We're going to put the end into the Burr cup and let it rip. Okay, you just want to let that rip for a few seconds, right? I like to spin it a little bit in there so it gets all the edges. And voila, nice and smooth. So when it goes in your ear, it does not feel like it is daggers going in your ear. I also like to take the front ball part and I like to smooth that out with the Burr smoother as well, because it just makes for a nicer finish. Everything is in the details, you know? So when you do that, you're going to see a nicer finish there. Okay. And we're going to do the same to the other one. It's relatively easy, so I think you can grasp that. So let me do that real quick here. And remember, you know, you can get a set of tools if you just want to, you know, try your hand at this. Or you can improvise and use some of your husband or boyfriend's tools. Pair of pliers. They're a little clunky, but they'll work. And, you know, see how you like it. I love working with wire. I love weaving, creating, designing. It's just what I do. I love it. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I spent a long time in the corporate world doing things I freaking hated. So don't waste time. As we know, time is precious, as it is in my life right now. Time is more precious. And I intend on living to the fullest. And that's that. So now we've got some nice smooth edges. Everything looks smooth and purty. Let's take a look at these purty things. See, we're left with the finished product. You see how quick that was? And then I like to use these plastic backings, or the rubber, because they're hypoallergenic. They last longer and they're clear. So we put the ends on like that, like so. And pretty self-explanatory. And we put the other one on. And as you can see, I put mine on these cards because I sell them, of course. But here we are. We made, in that short little time, 2 beautiful earrings with speckled jasper and genuine raw copper wire. At this time, you can also oxidize the pieces, which I do quite a bit. And that just means that use liver sulfur, dip it in there. It's going to make it look black. And then you can buff it and polish it, which I will do with this pair. It's not a step I'm going to show you today because I use my Dremel for that. And I thank you guys very much for stopping by and learning how to make my micro mini earrings.